My car was taken away from my driveway, and I had no idea who it was. But you know what? Little did I know, it was actually a blessing in disguise. So I'm going to tell you a story how things are not worth stressing about. You know, things happen, sometimes bad things happen, but it's actually a blessing in the making. So I'm going to tell you a story about that. So when my husband passed, we had his vehicle was being financed. So I called the company to let them know that my husband passed away, and how to go about transferring the vehicle onto my name. And they told me that the loan needs to be transferred to my name, or I can either do that or pay it outright. So I asked them if that number is negotiable, and they flat out said no. So the car is actually owed this much. My husband owes this much money. The car is worth less than what is owed. So I made an offer about here. So yeah, I know. I negotiate pretty well, what can I say, So I said, that's my offer. Take it or leave it, basically. So if you don't want it, take the vehicle back, because I can technically buy the exact same vehicle and pay a lot less for it. So I'm not really losing anything. So they said they'll get back to me. So now, weeks later, months later, no phone calls, no letters, no nothing. So I thought, hey, why don't I give them a call and follow up? So I called them, and they said that the account's no longer with them. I'm like, excuse me? Like, why didn't you inform me that the car is going to be transferred to another company? And she said, by default, if the account is inactive for 170 days, they transfer it automatically to a collateral company, which they arrange for the car to be towed away and sell it at an auction. So my car was actually taken away to auction off. So I called them. I'm like, listen, you're probably at an auction. You're not going to get, you're barely going to get anything for the vehicle. So you might as well just give it to me. Like, how much do you want for it? And he said the full amount. I'm like, I don't think so, because you know what? You're not going to get anything for that if you put it on an auction. I'm not paying the full amount, because I can buy a new one, exact same vehicle, for a lot less. So I'm like, here's my offer, and get back to me. I made an offer. So even though they said no, I still said that, if you can talk to somebody, give me a call. And they said, I'll get back to you. And I'm like, okay. So they came back with a counter offer. Again, my husband owes this much. The vehicle is worth this much. This is the market value for his vehicle. And this is their counter offer. So I'm like, hey, I'll take it. So yeah, I'm happy now that the vehicle, I got it back. 2 days later, I had to get a bank draft to pay for it. So now I don't owe anything on the vehicle. It's fully in my name. And now life goes on. So this story is really, the reason I shared this with you is if I had stressed over the fact that the vehicle was taken, by my car being towed away was actually a blessing, because it gave me the leverage to negotiate with them. So that's how I got what I got. So I'm really happy how everything turned out. I didn't have a car for a couple of days, but who cares? Like, I I saved thousands of dollars, you know? So, and I didn't stress about anything, you know? It is what it is. Sometimes people stress about the littlest thing, and they're not really important. Most of the things that we stress about doesn't even happen. So let's not live on what ifs. So what I'm saying is everything's good now. And I hope you guys learned something from this story that is really not worth stressing about anything. Things happen for a reason. Everything's gonna be okay. And things sometimes happen and it's a blessing in the making. Deal with it as it comes. Focus on what you need to do to move forward or to solve the problem. That's all you can really do, right? So I hope you learned something from this, and I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a good day. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.